We are live, 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 live. Glad you're here. I am Leslie Wright, and I'm the owner and compounder at Bearcat Body Care Essentials. And I want to talk to everybody tonight about how to achieve, I just wrote it down, good, better, best. Good, better, best eyesight and eye health. All right, that was a little too loud. Okay. And I have products that I provide on my website, bearcatbody.com. It's up there. Sorry for the not so focused font. Um, you would think if I was talking about eyesight, I would use a better font so that it wouldn't be so blurry. But anyway, at bearcatbody.com, I do have 5 solutions that are used for eye health and eyesight. They all have, well, not all of them, but one of them does not have DMSO. But most of them are based with DMSO and castor oil. They all have castor oil. DMSO are in 4 of the 5. There are people that are allergic to DMSO because it is a sulfur-based product, and there are people that are allergic to sulfur. So the 4 and I is a blend that does not include sulfur, and I'm also now working on a blend that won't include DMSO but has colloidal silver as well as castor oil and hyaluronic acid. And so I'm working that blend right now. I'm figuring out all the ratios of what that's going to be. So anyway, I wanted to talk about dry eye. There are many people that have dry eye, many people that have it and don't even realize they have it. And people that have it and are suffering quite intensely with their dry eye symptoms. So I like to use ChatGPT to help me talk to you guys about eye health and eyesight and how the ingredients that I have, the DMSO and castor oil specifically, because they are the predominant ingredients in all of my eye care products, how they benefit our eyesight and our eye health. And I do want to say, when it comes to dry eye, this particular blend that I have here, so there you go. These eye drops. These are moisturizing, hydrating eye drops. And I just said everything has castor oil and DMSO. Those don't. Those are a hyaluronic acid, a Celtic sea salt, saline solution, and a organic vegetable glycerin combination that is very beneficial to the eye and very beneficial to dry eyes specifically, even in its severe form. So I have a customer who maybe she'll be on tonight, but she started using it and she has a condition called blepharitis. And I'm going to pull that up real quick in ChatGPT. So blepharitis is a common eye condition that causes inflammation of the eyelids. So it's focused right around your eyelashes on the eyelid, leading to redness, irritation, and crusting at the base of the eyelashes. It can be chronic and tends to recur, but is not contagious. So the causes of blepharitis are bacterial infections, so Staphylococcus is common. Dysfunction in the meibomian glands, which produce oil for tears. Skin conditions like seborrheic dermatitis or rosacea. Allergies, so environmental factors. Demodex mites, so the tiny mites that live on the skin and can overpopulate. So those are the things that are causation for blepharitis. But it causes the eyes to be dry, the eyelids to be dry the secretions to form on the eyelids, and the eyes sometimes get closed shut overnight while you're sleeping because of the secretions that are coming out of the eye. Blepharitis is painful and it is annoying and it's consistent, it's persistent. So you don't like put eye drops in your eye in the morning and go all day and you don't have any issues. Most people that have it have to treat it often and consistently. Um, the conventional treatments are warm compresses, helps loosen crust and unclog oil glands. Eyelid hygiene, so wash the lids with diluted baby shampoo or eyelid wipes. Antibiotic ointments or drops if bacterial infection is present. Steroid drops used in severe cases to reduce inflammation. Artificial tears helps relieve dryness and irritation. And then omega-3 supplements may improve meibomian gland function. Excuse me. Natural remedies, castor oil. So some use castor oil to reduce inflammation and dryness. A tea tree oil helps with Demodex mites. Aloe vera gel has anti-inflammatory properties. Manuka honey drops may help with bacterial infections. And of course, DMSO. Some use it for its anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties, and it must be used with caution and proper dilution. So I took the top and the bottom, the DMSO and the castor oil. Those are very beneficial, but the hydrating drops are like a game changer. These drops are a game changer when it comes to dry eye, if it's just normal dry eye or if it's in a severe state. So that's what I wanted to talk about. And I'd like to talk about some of the conditions. I'm asking ChatGPT again. So I'm asking what conditions can stem from dry eye. Wish I could type with my thumbs like my daughter. Man, her thumbs move so fast. Kristen Barra, what drops? I missed it. So I'm talking about these drops. So these moisturizing, hydrating eye drops. On my website, they're called Revital Eyes, and they are phenomenal. They are phenomenal. If you have dry eye, they will make a difference from the first drop, from the very first drop. I apologize if I keep wiping my eye. I just dropped my 3070 castor oil and DMSO right before I got on the live. So I've got just like a little oil that's stuck in my eyelash over there. Okay. Patty. Okay. So Kristen says, I have very dry eyes. This will help your eyes without a doubt. And Patty says, I currently have PVD. Hang on just a second. I'm going to talk to you guys in just a minute. And I want to talk to you a little bit about what conditions can stem from dry eye. So chronic dry eye, this is ChatGPT. Chronic dry eye can lead to or exacerbate several eye conditions, some of which can significantly affect vision and comfort. Here are some key conditions that can stem from or be worsened by dry eye. So blepharitis, that's a condition I was first talking about. Inflammation of the eyelids, often linked to meibomian gland dysfunction, which reduces oil production in tears, worsening dry eye symptoms. Corneal damage. Now, this is a big deal because you don't want your cornea to get damaged. But corneal abrasions, tiny scratches on the cornea due to inadequate tear film. Corneal ulcers, so open sores on the cornea that can lead to scarring and vision loss if untreated. Punctate keratitis, so small scattered areas of damage on the corneal surface. Meibomian gland dysfunction, so blocked oil glands, reduce tear stability, leading to evaporative dry eye, worsening symptoms over time. Conjunctivitis, pink eye, chronic dry eye can make the eyes more susceptible to bacterial or viral infections. Light sensitivity, so photophobia, inadequate tear film can expose the cornea, making the eyes highly sensitive to light. Eye strain and headaches, prolonged dry eye symptoms can lead to blurred vision and difficulty focusing, contributing to headaches. Difficulty wearing contact lenses, contacts can worsen dry eye, leading to discomfort, irritation, and intolerance to lens wear. Because if your eyeball isn't moist, then the contact can't adhere, it can't connect to it. Increased risk of infections. Tears play a crucial role in flushing out bacteria. Reduced tear production can increase infection risk. Vision disturbances. Chronic dryness can cause fluctuating or blurred vision, making daily tasks like reading and driving difficult. Pingercula or pterygium, surfer's eye. So pingercula, a yellowish growth on the white of the eye, often due to dryness and UV exposure. And pterygium, a wedge-shaped tissue growth that can spread over the cornea, potentially affecting vision. So those are all the things that can potentially be worsened by dry eye, or that dry eye can actually cause. It has a partial play in the causation of these conditions. So, and then I wanted to look up PVD. So PVD is posterior vitreous detachment. So posterior vitreous detachment is a common age-related condition where the vitreous gel inside the eye separates from the retina. It usually occurs as part of the natural aging process and is not always serious, but in some cases it can lead to complications. So the causes are aging, which annoys me because I just don't believe that aging should be the main reason why these things happen to our eyes. But most common in people over 50, high myopia, so nearsightedness, previous eye surgery such as cataract surgery, eye trauma or injury, diabetes or diabetic retinopathy, inflammatory eye disease. And the symptoms are floaters, small dark spots, cobwebs, or thread-like shapes drifting in vision, flashes of light, so photopsia, brief flashes in peripheral vision, especially in dark environments, blurred vision, occasional blurring due to debris in the vitreous, shadow or curtain over vision, a potential sign of a retinal detachment, and that is an emergency. So, and there are potential complications. The treatment is, since PVD itself does not require treatment, the focus is on managing symptoms and preventing complications. I do have a few customers with PVD, and with PVD, obviously the recommendation is for the moisturizing hydrating eye drop, so this eye drop, as well as my 30/70 blend. So that's this blend. This is the castor oil and DMSO. So that's what I recommend for PVD. The castor oil and DMSO is actually really good too. So this, the 30/70, for meibomian gland dysfunction. So if you've got that as a diagnosis, the 30/70 would be very helpful. Okay, now I'm going to look and see if I've got any other questions. And I want to see if I've got some friends on live and see if anybody wants to come up and have a chat. Excuse me. Let me see. There is a lot. I want to say thank you so much for the likes. I really appreciate it. We are already at 3,000 likes. That's absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm not seeing any questions. Okay, I'm going to try and say this, and I'm sorry if I butcher it. Super Cyan Kik- Kakashi. Super Cyan Kakashi. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much. And your question is, my keratoconus is basically a cone-shaped cornea from my dry eye and a small scar. So keratoconus is one of the things that actually can be very helped a lot with the 3070 blend. So the DMSO and castor oil, as well as the moisturizing hydrating eye drops. Having the cornea moisturized so that the material is softer, more pliable, that then the castor oil can actually manipulate the material of the eye. So castor oil can break things up. It can make the condition of the material in the eye and like skin on our body, things like that. Castor oil breaks up scar tissue. So it's very beneficial if you've got scar tissue in the eye. It's going to break that up and it becomes debris and it pushes it out of the eye system. Very, 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 very beneficial when you're talking anything dealing with scar tissue in the eye. And keratoconus is one of those things where when the cornea actually starts to grow into that cone shape, you need something that makes it pliable enough so you can lay it down. And I know that hard contacts are used sometime to try and lay the cornea down, or they're soft contacts also. But if the material, if the cornea is actually hard enough, stiff enough, it's not going to lay down. And there's not going to be anything that's going to force it down. And that's where you wind up with corneal transplants and things like that. The castor oil and the DMSO will loosen that material in the cornea so it's supple enough to be able to put a contact on it and then lay it back into its normal position. Kristen Bara, what castor oil do you use? I use an organic Jamaican black castor oil and an organic golden castor oil. So I offer both. Excuse me. Don't know why I'm having some throat trouble today, but I offer both, and they're both USDA certified organic. So a Jamaican black castor oil, and I purchased that from a provider on Etsy, as well as the golden castor oil. I also use a provider on Etsy, and they're both USDA certified organic. I also use organic vegetable glycerin, and I mix my own saline solution as well as hyaluronic acid and polyglumatic acid. I'm just looking for other questions. Okay. Into keratoconus. Kelly D. I do as well have dry eyes, more when I read from the computer and phone for long periods. Yes, so devices are actually not great for dry eye, mainly because we don't blink enough. So we don't blink enough when we're reading on, we're looking at a computer, you're staring at it for a period of time. You're not blinking enough. So one of the things that you can do is try and remember every few minutes to just have a little blink party. Just sit and blink your eyes multiple times. not specifically really fast, but just for a period of like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, so that that can moisten the eyes, get the eyes moistened, and then you can go back to your device. It's very hard to remember to do that because we get focused on what we're doing. I spent 30 years as a software developer, so I know I've got to stare at this thing for however many hours. And sometimes I would look up and it would be 5 hours later. And I'm like, where'd the time go? Because I'm focused on what I'm doing. But your eyes actually need hydration. So they need it. They need hydration and they need moisture. And the way they naturally get it is through blinking. So if you can stop every now and then, have a little blink party, then go in a forward direction, that'll be an awesome thing. But if you have dry eye and you need to relieve it, then this product is absolutely fantastic. So, and on my website, it's called Revitalize. I just don't have a bottle with the new label on it yet. So I apologize for that. But what I'm showing you is the stuff that I'm using personally. So I just have these bottles handy. Okay, I think I got all the questions answered. I'm just going to scroll through a little bit more. Okay, Paulette Barnes 2. I have dry and itchy eyes. Yes. So, and this is gonna be a game changer if you've got dry and itchy eyes. And if you have dry eye and you don't have a diagnosis, you haven't been diagnosed with anything like blepharitis, then basically what you want to do is moisturize and hydrate the eye. So you want to get, like, this bottle will last probably 50 to 60 days. This little bottle here, this 1 ounce. It's easy to use. Comes with a glass dropper. So I want you guys to be able to see that as much as possible. Glass dropper, and it is a clear liquid. Everything is in it's natural, 100% natural. So it's a Celtic salt saline solution, organic vegetable glycerin, and 2% hyaluronic acid. And the saline solution is made with distilled water. Okay, I got it all. I've scanned through and I've seen that I answered everything that was asked so far. So user 10915, excuse me, 1514283919. How do I get your products? So my products are available on my website. My website is bearcatbody.com, bearcatbody.com. What you see above my head, where underneath dry eye, is the website and my phone number. So if you have any severe situations and you want to ask in detail about your specific eye health or eyesight situation, you can call me. I take customer calls between 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. 7 days a week. So feel free to call me. Brenda says, hey everyone, I'm new here. Welcome in, Brenda. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Kelly D says, I have blepharitis. Yes, and I understand just how challenging blepharitis is. So for blepharitis, the two products that I recommend that I provide are my moisturizing, hydrating eye drop and my 3070 blend. Yeah, this is it. My 3070 blend. And the 3070 blend is 30% DMSO, dimethyl sulfoxide, and 70% castor oil. So, and I offer 2 castor oils, a golden and a Jamaican black castor oil, and they both are organic. Okay, truth be told, how long must you continue using this product? You use it until you get the results that you're looking for. So once you achieve the results that you're looking for, you're good. Hey, Dana, how are you doing? I think Dana is at somewhere. Okay, all right, no problem. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm at Buster. I'm Dave at Buster's having Sister Circle night, but I'm going to get in my car in a few minutes and I'll unmute myself then, okay? Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, I just shared it on my Facebook page. Okay. So some more people come in and I sent some people to YouTube also. Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, hi, Brenda. How are you doing? So, Dana sent you here. I'm so glad to have you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay. Dana says, until it works for you. Yes. Well, everybody has uh, a different reaction. So everything is not going to work the same in every single buddy that is out in the world. So everybody is not going to have the same result. And you need to use the product in a way that benefits you and also long enough for you to get what you need. I've had people with floaters that have seen a difference in the first drop. The very first drop that they did, they were like, wow, I don't see as many floaters all of a sudden. Magnificent. I've had people go 3 weeks and they're like, I still got the floaters. But then on week 4, boom, no floaters. So you have to use it in conjunction with what your body can do to recover the thing that you're trying to fix. Because these are all natural products and they're not going to, they're not going to make something happen that your body isn't working on. So it's not like steroids where it's just going to jerk your body into a situation however it wants to. This is definitely going to be working with your body to repair itself. Hey, Dad. My hair is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. All I use on my hair, I got to tell you, I don't even use shampoo anymore. I use my Simply Sexy hair elixir and I use it to style and I use it as an in-shower conditioner and that's it. That's it. And that's what this is. I appreciate that comment though. I appreciate it. Okay. Super Cyan, I'm warned about holistic approaches due to risk of infections, but I really want to try this. Okay, well, and you really should be, everybody should be conscious and cautious of using things that you're unfamiliar with. I recommend that everybody ask as many questions as they can ask. That's why I put my phone number up here. So whatever questions you have, you can ask. Both DMSO and castor oil are antimicrobial and they are antiviral. So they're going to fight against any type of infection. I use preservatives where I think it is necessary. So, like in the saline solution and in the hyaluronic acid. And I use natural preservatives. So, I'm using preservatives that are 100% natural. And I actually had a customer who informed me about EWG. So I actually went on EWG to find what preservatives were, first of all, acceptable by EWG, but secondly, were going to be most effective for the uses that I'm choosing, that I'm using it for. And I wanted things that were going to be particularly gentle in the eye and not have any negative effects, but actually preserve the ingredient, the hyaluronic acid or the saline solution, in a way that was going to be acceptable and long term. So that was my goal. Abby Conant, I saw a few things in childhood that were traumatizing to me in second and third grade. And I got, all right, Abby, I'm my opalus. Is this related? Let me take a look. Let me ask ChatGPT because I've not heard of this particular condition. One of the things I recognize is when it comes to our eyes, there are so many conditions that that are the same. So, are you talking about myopia? Because myopalus is not an eye condition. You're asking. It says if you're asking about myopia, a specific eye supplement like myopalus or another condition. Be happy to provide information, natural remedies, treatments. So, is myopalus a supplement? Abby, and that's for you. Lorna Campbell, which product is for glaucoma? So I have a couple of products for glaucoma. If your interocular pressure is 20 or below, the 3070 blend, so the 3070 blend of castor oil and DMSO is the right answer for you. If your interocular pressure is above 21, then I recommend the 4NI blend. My 4NI, it's a number 4, ANEYE. And if your interocular pressure is very high, so above 33, I recommend the 4NI and the 4060. Those need to work, they work in conjunction with each other to actually bring the pressure down quickly and then keep it down. Okay, yeah, myopia. Yeah, and myopia is nearsightedness. The blend that I recommend for myopia is the 3070 blend. 3070, it's 30% DMSO and 70% castor oil. Brenda, I've been wearing glasses since. Nisi says, what is the product you used? I used them all. So I've tested everything that I sell on my own eyes. I've used them all. Most recently, I've been using the 4060 and the 4NI. So 4060 and 4NI have been what I've been using to clear the little bit of cataract that I had left in my left eye. So I had a severe cataract in my left eye. Moderate cataract in my right eye went away in 3 months. Cataract in my left eye held on for a year. So this month is 13 months. I've been treating my eyes with castor oil and DMSO, but I actually switched my protocol up a little bit to try and get rid of the last of that the cataract in my left eye because I could still see that white haze, and I'm like, I just got to figure out how to get this gone. And I used the 4NI and the 4060 back to back, along with my moisturizing hydrating eye drop. And in 2 days, it cleared that haze. And I'm like, wow, finally, I figured out the right protocol, and it worked really well for me. So that's what I use. I use the 3070, the 4060, the 4NI, and the eye drops. I've used the 4NI too in the past also. When I developed that, I used it for about 45 days just to verify that it had efficacy and that it wasn't harmful in the eye as a blend. Brenda, I'm with you. I started wearing glasses when I was 6 years old. So, and got obviously increased the prescription year over year. If it wasn't every year, it was every couple of years. And so annoying. And I've been glasses free now for almost a year, 10 months. And I can't tell you how freeing it is to not have to reach for my glasses to do anything. I don't use my glasses to drive. I don't use them at night. I don't use them at all. I don't wear glasses. I do keep them in the car with me when I'm driving because my driver license still says that I'm supposed to be wearing glasses. And I have to go back and get a new license and, work that whole thing out. But um, it is what it is. I don't need a new license until 2028, and I'm gonna wait till the last minute because standing in those lines, oh my gosh, it's too much. So, game changer, apologies, a product for cataract, please. Yes. So, cataracts are based on severity. So, if you've got mild to moderate cataracts, the 3070 blend, this blend here is your friend, without a doubt. This is great. If your cataracts are moderate to severe, then the blend that I recommend is called 4 and I, 4 and I. And if they're beyond, so if you've got lots of plaque buildup and it's a very severe cataract, then I recommend that you use the 4060 with the 4 and I. I've got this here. I have a 4 and I too, but I don't have a label on it, so I'm not going to show that one. But I just don't have a label on it. Um, but those two together will actually get that cataract material dissolving in the eye so that it can then be flushed out of the eye system. And I always recommend using the moisturizing hydrating eye drop. And you want to use that before you drop uh, any of my drops, any of the DMSO and castor oil drops. It allows the eye to be nicely moisturized and hydrated. So when you drop the DMSO and castor oil, it doesn't have a sting or a burn. Abby Conant, it is a challenge for me to type. I have low vision, myopia. Is it related to trauma? So Abby, do you want to come up and have a chat?
Oh, can I skip in right quick?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in my car now. Today I'm at Dave & Buster's here. Just got finished eating. I was with 9 women, and I told them my story about you. And I just sent them the link. One of them is in here. Brenda's in here. Another lady, Jackie, should be in here. Then I don't know if you remember a few weeks ago, a guy named Tom wanted to come in because he was friends with my cousin next door.
Yes.
Who had some issues going on. So he told his lady friend. So she ordered the drops. So she should be coming in now. I just sent her the link. And then I sent the link to somebody else for your YouTube. I'm like, why today all of this at one time? I'm like, you know how long I've been doing this, right?
Yes.
But I keep trying to send people directly to you because I have my own story, but I need them to hear it from the source that I got. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
100%.
One lady asked me, well, why would you believe somebody on TikTok? And I said, it's not that I just believe somebody on TikTok. There was a process I went through to get to that. There was a 6-month process that I went to get through to January 29th to get my first drops in my eye.
Yeah.
And I just need you to have your own story. I can share it with you all day long, but until you experience it yourself, there's nothing I can do to share it with you.
100%.
And today, literally, I'm sitting in the parking lot in my car. My girlfriend is next to me, asking me to show her the link. Then this guy, Tom, calls me, and his lady's on another line. I mean, it was like overwhelming. I'm going, Lord, what? Okay, just slow down, Dana. Dana, take a breath. They're going to get what they need. I can't help they all coming to you at one time. But
that's okay.
I could literally sit here. In my car and cry with my fashion contact glasses on. So
with your accessory glasses.
Once I get home, I will do the demo. But right now, I'm just going to wait and check on YouTube too because I sent some people to YouTube. And then I dropped the link on my Facebook page.
Oh, excellent.
Oh my God. So it's like, Lord, all at once. Okay.
So hang on a second. I got to give you a cheer.
Okay, well, thank you for allowing me to take that station identification break. We are at 5,000 likes. We have 42 people in the room.
Isn't that fantastic?
Cheers. Yes. What's your goal tonight? How many do you want?
40,000.
Oh my gosh, you went to 40. Okay, you guys, we can do it every 30 minutes. I will come back and ask for a state. I'll ask for a what do you call it? We're gonna tap the screen. We're gonna do a tap.
A tap party.
Okay,
A tap party.
So. Yeah.
A like party.
We're gonna do a like party every 20 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Right, I'm gonna mute myself, and then that I invited in, please come in the comments. I would like to bring you up and let you ask the questions and talk to Miss Leslie so you can hear about it personally for yourself.
Well, Brenda said I'm here.
Love you.
Love you too.
Brenda
See you in a few.
Okay, I'm gonna send her an invite.
Okay.
Send her an invite. They're all in their car. She's nearsighted. That's what she just said. But I'm still going to see if I can bring her up.
Okay.
I can't bring her up. She doesn't have enough. So
okay.
Brenda, look up at the top. Dial that phone number. She can talk to you on the phone, and we'll still be able to hear you. Okay. We
100%.
can't say the number out loud, but I'll send it to you on a text, Brenda, her phone number, and then go ahead and call that phone number, and she'll be able to talk to you, and we'll be able to hear you. Yeah. So I just thank God. Okay, there it is. All right, I'm going to mute myself and go ahead. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Dana. Maria Rangel. Hello, hello. How are you, my beautiful friend? Okay. Brenda, Dana sent you my phone number. Oh, well, Brenda's like, I'm driving at night. I need a minute. So Nisi says, what should I take for nearsightedness, early stages of glaucoma? So nearsightedness is definitely the 30/70. So nearsightedness is also called myopia. So the 30/70 blend is a great blend for that. And if you have early stages of glaucoma, so they're just noticing a buildup on your lenses, 30/70 is also a great product for that situation because castor oil can actually break up the protein deposit on the lens of the eye so that, glaucoma, I'm sorry, I'm thinking cataracts. I apologize, glaucoma. Early stages of glaucoma, do you know what your interocular pressure is? So if your pressure, so just generally, if your interocular pressure is 20 or below, and you want to get it normalized, if you got 19, 18, 17, and you want to get it down a little further, then the 30/70 blend is great for that. If your glaucoma numbers are higher, so if you're 21 or up, then the 4&I is the blend that I recommend. And if your numbers for glaucoma, and this is just general information, if your glaucoma numbers are really high, 33 or above, then I recommend the 4&I along with the 40/60. And they work in tandem together to actually bring the numbers down really, really quickly. But it sounds like for you, Nisi, for the nearsightedness and early stages of glaucoma, that the 30/70 would be a blend that would be beneficial to you. Okay. Love by Ya, how are you doing? How are you doing? Welcome back. I appreciate you being here. Maria Ringel says, I'm here loving and watching your live. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I so do. Okay. Super Cyan says 10K. It's time to get to the next like party. Tap, 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 tap. We're at 5,700. So yeah, let's get it to 10K. Nisi, thanks. Is the number where I can order the product. So this is my phone number. You can go to the website, which is right above the phone number. Hello?
You're on live also on YouTube right now?
Yeah, I am. I'm live on YouTube.
Okay, thank you.
I am live on YouTube. So, and I do want to say that. So, we don't know what's going to happen with TikTok. It potentially is going to go through another shutdown. Who knows what's happening? But I am on YouTube, and I'm on YouTube with @ Bearcat Body. So Bearcat Body is where I am on all the socials. Maria Rangel says, can't wait to receive my products. I can't wait for you to receive it either. I tell you, we've had a couple of weeks of just consistent change and a little bit of mishap, but we had 64 orders went out today. So if you've been waiting on an order for the last 10 days or so, it's out in the hands of UPS, and everything was shipped 3-day. So it should be in your hands in a short period of time. Dana, you back?
Yeah, I'm here. One of the persons I told you that called, the lady she received her products, and it was stinging. So I told her to just come onto the live. She'll be able to come up once I see her in the comments, and she can talk to you personally, and you can walk her through what she needs to do. I think she got the hydrating drops, but I'm not sure that there were directions or anything in there to tell her how to use it. Like, use that for 2 or 3 days before she started her drops. So, like I said, I was just leaving a restaurant and headed to my car, and I shot her your link and told her to come into the live. And once she lets us know, we'll pull her up.
Excellent, marvelous. I was shooting videos today because I'm putting videos on the website so that when people have a purchase, they can actually they'll get a video link immediately after their purchase. Hello.
Hey, Mom, it's me.
Hi, me. I'm on live.
Hey, I know, I'm really sorry to bother you. My phone died. I was wondering if there's any way when you get a chance, if you could make sure that the Shopify account is good, because I'm getting Jose's cake real quick.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you so much. I love you.
All right, I love you too.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Okay.
I love you.
All right, love you too. Bye.
Bye.
That's my daughter, and of course, you know, as kids do, her boyfriend's birthday cake is more important than my life. It's just what it is. Okay. James McKissick, what is best for blurry eyes? Please help. So my 30/70 blend, so both the moisturizing hydrating eye drop, because if your eyes are dry, then you're going to experience blurriness without a doubt. But the 30/70 and the moisturizing hydrating eye drop, those will both be beneficial for any blurry eyes that, you know, any blurry vision that you have. Get your eyes hydrated, and then the blurry vision, it just, you know, it melts away because it's just not that necessary. All right, my daughter needs me to move money. I apologize for having to do this.
Okay, let's take the time right now to do a light break. Everybody, right now, we have 44 people in the room. If everybody would take 1 minute and just tap the screen right there in the middle of the eye. If you can see the eye and just tap the screen, you will see the hearts going up the side on your right side. That will be liking, and you'll see the numbers up top where it says 7,800 likes. They will go up. And then what that does is that initiates TikTok to go ahead and push this live out to people's For You page. And what that means is a For You page is your TikTok. You will get access to other lives that you might not have seen. So That's why it's so important to like the pages that you're in and watching and spending time and getting information.
Exactly.
Okay, and down at the bottom where it says we're up to 20 shares. That is awesome.
That is fabulous.
About an hour.
I said that's fabulous.
Right. So those of you who want to order from her, I'll send you the website, but it's right there up on top. And down at the bottom where you see share, just click on that share, that arrow going to the right. And there's many options. What I did today in the last 3 days, I will just hit that arrow, hit the Facebook page, and drop it right on the Facebook page and say, hey, we're live right now. And that way, if anybody just happens to be on Facebook tonight and looking around, there could be a blessing in it for them. They'll come up, they'll see this big old eye on here and wonder what's going on and come in and listen and have some life-changing things will happen for them. And the last thing I want to share with you, if you go up to the top of the page where it says Bearcat Body, you click on her picture. There's a little bell. If you click on that bell, every time she does a post or comes live, you'll get a notification. And then also you can take that time to go into her page, subscribe to her channel. She has about 58,000 people who have already subscribed to her channel. And you can go in there and look at some of the posts that she has left where she's answering people's questions, where she's telling about her story, she's telling about the product. So it's a lot of information. So just take the time to do your due diligence, to do your research. That's all I can tell you. We can kind of lead you to the horse, or we can lead you to the pond or the water, but we can't make you drink it. All we can do is give you that information, and you can go from there. I
can't make you drink, but I'm going to make you thirsty.
Right. Okay. It's wonderful. Somebody said they pushed the wrong button, Maria.
What's that mean?
Right. What did Brenda say? Because I wanted her to come up and tell you what she said. Something about dry eyes.
Well, she said she was in the car driving.
I was just literally at dinner talking to her across the table, telling her stuff, and I was just like, "Hey, she's coming on live tonight. Please come up and just listen to her.
100%.
And ask your questions."
So
I'm so happy. I'm full. Like this is my baby. This is my baby. Yeah. So happy.
So James McKissick, 4200 says, how can I order that from you? So my website is bearcatbody.com. It's right above the phone number, BARECATBODY.com. bearcatbody.com. Thank you for the gifts. I see Truth Be Told, got the number 3 gifter badge. Appreciate you.
Okay, Brenda, I see you're still in your car.
Yeah, Brenda's still in the car driving.
I'm almost home, but you can still come up and talk. You can drive and talk if you want to have the information, but we'll wait till you get home. She's
100%.
11 o'clock tonight.
100%. Yeah, I'm here till 11.
Yeah.
You know, take your time.
I'm still going to send you a link. I'm going to send her a link just in case. Oh, no, you know what? I can't send her a link because she doesn't have enough. But what she can do is call you on the phone.
Oh, we lost you. Oh, okay. You're back. You're going in and out, Dana, but that's okay. I see Deb's here. I'm going to invite Deb up. Deb's been a customer for a couple of months. She is using the 4-in-1 blend and the moisturizing, hydrating eye drop. And Deb had, I'll let her tell you. She's got a story to tell. So Deb, how are you doing?
Hey Leslie, how are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
Good. Hey Dana. I don't guess you can't hear me.
No, I think she's driving. I think she's mute right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm mute, but I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I shared about the page with about maybe 6-7 people already.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I've probably tapped about 300 times.
Oh, I appreciate that without a doubt. Appreciate that. Ooh, we're at 10K. Hang on just 1 second. We hit 10,000. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, Deb, I'd love for you, if you don't mind, to tell everybody in the room your experience of the moisturizing, hydrating eye drop.
Oh, my best friend. My best friend. I started using moisturizer and hydrating drops. I guess maybe 3 weeks now. You think?
I think it's been about 3 weeks.
Yeah, but I have not purchased any refresh drops, the non-preservative drops that the doctor asked me to get, and the flaxseed and them.
Right.
Those drops are very, very expensive. And I mean, way over a year better, I have purchased those boxes, so many of them. You know, my refrigerator is stocked, but I do not buy them anymore because I only use my hydrating moisturizing drops twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day, but not that often 3 times. And I can do it in the morning and go out. If the sun is not even out and it's just an overcast, my vision is still clear. I don't feel the dryness. I felt the dryness mainly in my left eye. People say you can't feel dryness, but you can. I can feel it. And I guess maybe I should say I can see it or not see it because my vision was just so cloudy. And so I would have to literally stop along the side of the road and pour in refresh drops in order to get myself home. I don't have to do that anymore. I can get on the highway. If it's not raining, I still don't trust myself on the highway in the rain. But I can see at night pretty well because my eyes are not nearly as dry as they were. All the refresh drops were doing was just masking the problem. They weren't really taking care of what the issue really was. These moisturizing, hydrating drops are, to me, a miracle. I never knew that I would run across something like this before, you know. So with the sting that I get with them, it's okay. I'm used to it, and it's not as bad as it used to be, but it's okay because once I keep my eyes closed for like 30, 40 seconds and I open my eye, it's like the eye that I've dropped it in, it's like the TV is just like, oh, so much clarity going on. And just to look out of the window and be able to see some writing along where our dumpsters sit in front of our houses, it's amazing to me because it was always very blurred. And all of that was due to dry eye, and I never knew.
Right. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago when you came on my live after you first started using the moisturizing, hydrating eye drop? What was the moment that? Yes, yes.
I can actually go in the bathroom and see a much better reflection of myself in the mirror that I had not seen in a long time. I didn't even want to turn on the light in my bathroom. I just didn't. Now I can go in the bathroom, I turn on the light because I can actually see myself better than looking at just a haze of a person, but I can actually see myself in the mirror.
And you guys, Deb was like, I actually go in the bathroom just to look at myself, just because she could actually see her reflection clearly for the first time in however long it was. And
for the first week, I'm just walking in and out of the bathroom, turning the light on just to look at myself in the mirror, like, who is this person? So, yeah.
and I don't go back to the doctor until August. I think it's August. We're in what's April and June.
Yes.
The end of July. The end of July.
Okay.
So he'll be ready to check my numbers again for my glaucoma.
Yes.
And that is what's going to tell the story for me. Well, which I will probably know before then because I have to go to Duke to see the neuro-ophthalmologist, and they always take my pressure without dropping the numbing drops in my eye. They use a special device that they take my pressure with. So, and it's pretty accurate. So I'll know before August what my pressure is.
Yeah. Yes.
For me to hear them say that my pressure, I mean, right now it's like 20, anywhere 20 and under. Maybe when I went week before or last Monday, it was 19 and 18.
And that's fabulous. That's fabulous because under 20 is normal, a normal pressure. You're on the high, hitting up to the edge of getting too high, but you're actually working your numbers down. So it's down, which is fabulous and wonderful. And I'm so really happy for you that.
I just, what I want to hear him say is that the weak nerve that he sees in my left and my right eye, where most of my vision is that nerve is much better. He says that the nerve don't get better; they stay kind of at the same place, but they don't get better. I beg to differ because he made a comment to me and said, "I've never seen them get better. I've seen them get worse or stable, but never better." He said, "I've seen yours." He said, "It looks like it has gotten better." And I think that had a lot to do with the dryness that was going on in my eyes as well.
All right, I got to say hi to some family that are on tonight. So my loves, Lauren Hall. I just love you, girl. You know I do. One of my favorite people on earth, and her dad, Michael. How you doing? How you doing? Glad you're here. I love you too, but I love her more. That's just all there is to it. Thanks for coming on the live. I really appreciate you guys for coming on the live. Deb, I really appreciate that you are willing to share your story, because I tell you, you also have had a lot of dramatic challenges with your eyesight. So you've had PVD, you've had surgeries. What else? Like, there's more than that, I know.
Oh, I've had the cataract surgery, the PVD. I was driving me absolutely crazy. But since the dryness has kind of cleared up a whole lot, I really don't see that big white blob that dances across the front of my eye, my right eye.
Really?
No, I don't.
That's fabulous.
Oh, yeah. It sometimes it would just dance across the front of my pupil and just sit there like it wants to be stuck or something, But since just even using the moisturizing, hydrating drops and putting all this moisture in my eyes, it's like that big blob has kind of relaxed.
Excellent. Well, you're using the 4-in-1 now too, right?
Yes, on my left side.
Yeah. The 4-in-1 too, without the DMSO in it.
4-in-1 too.
Yes. Yeah. So you got a lot of benefit going on in your eye. I really am. I'm positive that you're going to have a good report about your optic nerve getting, healthier, without a doubt. It's not. I mean, and an optic nerve is going to take some time to be as healthy as possible, but healthier is always a good thing.
Yeah, and I'm also using the castor oil that you sent me. I'm still rubbing that under my eye, over my eyes.
Excellent.
For the scar tissue.
For the scar tissue. And I'm sure that the scar tissue in your eye, on your eyeball, from the surgeries that you've had, is actually diminishing, every day that you're using it. So because castor oil breaks up scar tissue and laying that down and evening that out will also give you better eyesight.
Yeah. And then I'm going to take myself down. But just to tell you, I actually went to an eye doctor yesterday. It was a occupational plastic surgeon. And she told me that there's no such thing as scar tissue in the eye.
Okay.
And I looked at her like, okay, lady, who are you and where did you come from?
Based on what?
I have no clue.
Yeah, she'd have to come up with some facts just because there are multiple reports of scar tissue in the eye.
Because even after cataract surgery, I've heard that you form scar
tissue. Yeah. Yeah. So, it wouldn't be everywhere if it wasn't true.
Yeah.
So I just tend to doubt that seriously. I'd love to hear the facts that she's using to qualify that.
I won't be seeing her again. Thank you, Deb. We love you. Thank you so much for coming up and sharing. And you can't share enough because every time you come in here, there's somebody new that has been introduced to this page and needs to hear your story. So thank you. I'm going to take 5 minutes right quick and put the drops in my eyes so I can go ahead and get undressed and get ready for the evening.
Okay.
Thank you, Deb. Love you. Can't wait to meet you. Thank you, Dana. I love you too. All right.
So everybody, Dana does a demo every night that she's on. She demonstrates. Oh, look at you styling and profiling. Look out.
So this is going to be you guys when you don't have to have your prescription anymore. You see that right there?
This is your wall of accessories.
That's my wall of accessories, not a prescription in any one of those glasses. You see that? So I get to take these off today, put them in their spot until the next time I wear them. Because I don't wear glasses anymore or contacts since January 29th. So
no prescriptions necessary for your eyes.
Okay, so I'm going to be putting in the moisturizer. Leslie will tell you about that. Then I'm going to be putting in what I'm using, which is a 370. Very, very important, everybody. Clean your hands, clean your eyes, clean your face. Don't have any eyelashes on, any glue, any makeup, anything like that when you're putting your drops in, okay?
Yes, because DMSO is a carrier and it can carry.
Explain that to you.
Yeah,
okay,
DMSO.
If you want to see the full
Go ahead.
demonstration, the comments, just swipe to the right and the comments will be removed. And you can watch the whole demonstration and swipe it back to the left and finish seeing the comments, okay? I'm just going to wash my face off with a little soapy water.
Okay, DMSO is a carrier, so it will carry anything that it comes in contact with deep into the body. It can pass the blood-brain barrier, so it actually gets into your bloodstream. So you definitely don't want to have any kind of debris or dirt on your skin, on your hands when you're using a product with DMSO. And just like Dana just did, quickly washing her face. That's it. It's not a big dramatic thing. You don't need to use anything special. Just clean the area and then go for it. So she's going to start with the moisturizing, hydrating eye drop, and it's just 1 drop per eye, and it's going to give her a little sting.
So right now, it's burning. It's burning. It's stingy. I say burn, but it's stingy. It's stingy, and a lot of that has to do with what your day was like. Where was I at? What was I around? What was I exposed to? Okay, as soon as it stings, now it's about 5 seconds, 6 seconds later, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Get rid of the other eye.
100%. And 1 drop per eye, just like that.
1 drop.
That's it. And that moisturizes and hydrates the eye.
It's really, really cold. It feels cold going in.
Yes.
Really cold. So I just kind of blink my eyes, give myself about 30 seconds to get in there and do what it's got to do. And then the next thing I'll do is I'll put the 3070, which is what I'm using for the last almost 2 months. On the 24th
The 29th, it'll be 4 months, 2 months.
2 months.
So, without going into my whole story, I've been using the drop since the 29th. I stopped wearing my contacts and my glasses, instructed by Miss Leslie to say, let your eyes do what they do, work for themselves, because I don't know if you guys knew that wearing the glasses does not correct your eyesight. It just helps you see.
100%.
I wanted something that was going to help my eyesight. Now I can actually put my glasses on and see the same thing I see if I take my glasses off. Is that not crazy?
It's fantastic.
I've been wearing glasses since I was 6 years old. And of course, every couple of years, my prescription had to go up because my eyes weren't getting better. They were getting worse.
Right.
Okay? So my eyes are ready. They're settled. They're ready for this. And when you order any of the solutions, any of the formulas that she has, the hydrating drops comes with it. Now, if you only need the hydrating drops, she has a 2-ounce bottle for you that you can just purchase just for that, which helps with your blurry eyes, dry eyes, and stuff. Okay? I just have astigmatism in my left eye. I'm nearsighted, and I had the only way I can explain it, I had a cloudiness in this eye, and I would always try to refocus to get it out the way because it was bothering me. And that was the reason why I started. I had no idea that it was going to make my eyes better and that I could see, and I would never have to wear glasses again. Okay? I am 67 years old. I'll be 68 in September, and literally have been wearing glasses since I was in 6th grade. All right, so my eyes are ready. You see they might be just a little red, but that's okay. So I shake it once. I'm going to show you the drop. I only put, you see that drop right there? That's all I put in. You do not want to push that vial that much in like that. You only want one drop. That one drop, once it gets in my eye, it clears out my nostrils. I can feel it going down the back of my throat. And the other thing is, it's help with my memory. I don't even understand that, but that's a whole other story not to be told tonight. But okay, here we go. So I'm going to put the one drop, that's my eye. I wasted that drop. There we go. And if I waste it, I just take it and rub it on my eyelashes and my eyebrows.
There's no waste.
I ain't wasting nothing, okay?
It's good for your skin.
And it didn't burn at all. It didn't burn at all. Okay? And I'm not blurry. I'm looking in the mirror. What I'm looking at right here is what I see in my mirror. Okay, and another way you can put it in by pulling your lid down, put it in the corner of your eye. I do it on the outside for me. That's what works for me. One drop just went in. This bottle I've had since the 29th, and I would say it's about right here. And I gave my daughter some of it because she's blind as a bat. But she's not ready right now to drop it in her eyes. She has been rubbing it on her eyelid. And by rubbing it on her eyelid, this is going to take a lot longer for it to absorb into the eye and penetrate deep enough to do anything. That's fine. That's as long as she does it on a regular basis. Okay?
100%.
So I'm in. It's in. Like I said, if anything comes, I just kind of rub it around my eye. And then I get ready for tomorrow. And then starting on April 1st, I'm going to start what's it called?
Maintenance.
I'm going to start a maintenance program. And I'm going to start doing it just maybe Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And see how that works. See if it digresses or stays where it's at.
And
instead of doing it every single day, twice a day.
yeah, and now because now that you've got the eyesight that you want, why you don't need to keep treating your eyes. Your eyes are in great condition.
So my eyes are where my glasses are at. Like if I put my glasses on and look at something, and then I take them off, I see the same thing with them on or with them off. So that means I have met my prescription now. So, and I want to see how that works as we go along. Okay?
100%.
So that's where I'm at. I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Fine job, Dana. Thank you. Thank you. Holly, how you doing? Excellent.
Listening to you all. I was out in the snow today, driving, doing errands. It dumped snow on us last night.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so, but I had to get out there and do errands and stuff. So.
Yeah, that comes with the territory. When you're living in Idaho.
I don't want to live here anymore. Go back to Florida. I still got family in Florida. My sister's in Florida.
I'm in Florida too, so come on.
Friends in Florida. Huh?
I said I'm in Florida too, so come on.
And you're my friend in Florida, so
Yes.
I have to go back.
So will you share with us your story, your progress, and especially your astigmatism story?
Yeah, I've been using the products Revitalize and 3070 for 2 months now, a little over 2 months, and I've been wearing prescription glasses for, close to 30 years. So I knew I needed another set of glasses, and I was worried about that they were going to raise my prescription again, and I was feeling pretty darn blind if I didn't wear my glasses, and if I took them off, I'd get dizzy in the shower. So I had an appointment February 13th, and he had lowered my prescription somewhat, and I waited to get a new set of glasses. I went back on March 11th, and they had to lower my prescription again. And not just the prescription, he realized because the new set of glasses that I got were still too strong and pulling on my eyes. So he did an exam again on March 11th, and he wanted to check the stigmatisms because I've always had stigmatisms in both eyes with every prescription I've ever had for 20 plus years. So he was putting those mechanical glasses, really funky looking optometrist glasses they have, and he was putting inserts, taking them in and out to see where my access is in both eyes. So he was trying all different ones, and he says, okay, try this one. So he had me look in the mirror and to look at the chart, and I go, oh, I can see good on this one. He goes, okay, let's look at, both, look with your right eye. So I read all 3 lines, boom, boom, boom. And then he looks at me, kind of dumbfounded. He goes, you know what? I says, what? He goes, I didn't put no insert in there. I'm like, what do you mean? He says, you don't have astigmatism because you just read that perfectly and you saw everything. The large line, the medium line, and the tiny line. So he shows me the cloud. He shows me that, look, there's no insert in here. So they were checking my left eye, and he goes, you just got a little bit of astigmatism in your left eye. And he says, I'm just going to write you a new prescription again, and we're going to give you no stigmatism, no accesses, so 0, 0. I've never had this before. My eyes were always inflamed my freaking entire life. I've always had blepharitis, itchy eyes, floaters. My eyes would tear like a shaggy dog. You see those older dogs and your eyes would tear all the time. I'm like, what's wrong with me? I'm falling apart in my 60s. Oh God, I was so upset. And the Revitalizes helped my eyes a lot, and the 3070 that I've been using every day, morning and evening. So he wrote me a new prescription. I'm waiting on my new glasses. They don't have no stigmatisms. That is gone. I just got a lower prescription for distance and up close. So the longer I use this, and I'm dedicated to it, the better my eyesight is getting. And I just have a better feeling altogether. Even if I'm looking at my phone, my eyes are not tearing. They feel relaxed, fresher, cleaner. I've had blepharitis. I believe if you have dry eye, for a long period of time, you can get blepharitis. This has been going on years after years after years.
eyes would itch, they would tear, and then I constantly would have to wash them out with only 10 minutes of relief. And I used, just about every eye drop at the drugstore and what the doctors gave me and the freebies they gave me. Oh, use this, and then push me along my way. I have never found a product in my life until I found Revitalize, which is just remedied all the problems I've been going through. The itchiness, the blepharitis, the floaters, feeling like I have some kind of a old age disease in my eyes. Now that has gone away, and I'm blown away. So I'm like, my prescription is lower now. No more accesses. I have like about 6 or 7 pairs of old glass. Every one of them has got an access prescription in there. So now I'm down to a lower prescription in my bifocals, a lot lower, and in the distance. And today I was driving around. It was in cold weather, but I was driving around with no glasses, going to Winco. I had to do some grocery shopping. I had to go do this errand and that. No, but it was daylight. I could see. I could read. You know what, Leslie? I could read the license plates in front of me and even to the left and right this time. Better than 3 days ago. Like, what's going on? It's like, this is a miracle. Oh my God. So I'm using this stuff. I'm just using this stuff morning, noon, and night. So if I feel like I'm using too much, then I'll just use it morning and night. In the beginning, I overdid it.
She did.
4 times a day, put in, several drops. But it was so much that my eyes couldn't handle all at one time because I have cataracts as well in my left eye and my right eye. And it's slowly kind of, I don't know what it does, Leslie. It melts them down. They start, the particles.
It just breaks it up. It breaks up that protein buildup.
So I was overdoing it, and I told her about it. She says, well, just, do it in the morning like I told you, and do it in the evening. So I started doing that, and I went, I was fine with that. But the more you go down the road with these products, and you're on this regimen, I'm able to do it in the afternoon now, and it's just slowly everything's getting better. It's like every couple of weeks something good is happening. It's another new surprise. But I don't have to drive with my glasses as long as it's daylight. And what a difference. Here I'm talking to you guys, holding my glasses in my hand as I'm talking to you. I've never been able to do this before because once I took my pair of glasses off, I felt like I was deaf, dumb, and blind. You ever get that feeling? I have to have my glasses on before I can talk to you.
Yes.
That was like a security thing, to have. So I'm holding them now. I'm holding them. I can take them off and carry a conversation. And the feeling in my eyelashes, without my eyes, my eyelids sticking to my eyes. I'm not having this excessive tearing, which was, it was ridiculous. I'd go out and the wind would blow in my face and my eyes would start tearing, or I'd get into deep talk with somebody and one of my eyes start tearing out of nowhere. And, when I woke up in the morning, my eyes kept tearing. And, now it's just, it makes you feel like your eyes are revived. That's a good name, by the way, Leslie, Revitalize. I feel like I have newer eyes. Everything is not perfect, but I got to keep going with the protocol here and just keep doing it morning, noon, and night. Or something. I don't have to do it every afternoon. I can do it just morning and evening, but you got to keep it up. And this is what brushes your eyes, and it just, there's no better way to say it, but it revitalizes your eyes. It really does. If you find out what blend that you need for your condition, but always use the Revitalize no matter what. You can have perfect eyesight. I would say just keep using Revitalize because it really conditions your eyes. Best thing ever.
It is beneficial. And I'm so happy that you've had the experience that you've had, and it's been such a blessing to you because I recognize just even if you read the description of blepharitis, how uncomfortable it is.
It is
And
uncomfortable.
yeah, and it's hard to live with. There just isn't a lot in the medical arena that
It's
actually,
like a plague. It's like a plague. You feel like you got a disease.
well, it is a
And
disease.
you don't know how to get rid of it. You know, you
Yes.
can't sit there and wash your eyes 10 times a day and dry out your face. You know, and use soap and water. All these things that they tell you, even on YouTube. And then, you know, every time I went to the optometrist, oh, just put a hot cloth, you know, warm, and just wash your eyes with warm water. And that's not going to really work for long term. I mean, that just gives you some relief for 10 minutes, but Revitalize, I tell you, it's just the best product there is. As far as I know, the best product there ever is on the internet. Man, I've searched YouTube. I'm one of those people that, you know, I research the internet constantly about health or whatever it is. And I was researching about eyes. When I came across Leslie's TikTok live and she had that eyeball on there, I made a dead stop in my tracks. I'm like, what? They're talking about eyes? This is what I need to hear. Help. And I've been listening to her ever since December, the middle or late December. Got my product on January 11th. And you'll get used to the stinging, and the stinging starts to lessen.
Yes.
I can even put the 3070 in my eye now without the Revitalize.
Yeah.
And I don't really feel a sting or anything.
And the drier your eyes are, the more sting you're going to feel. So
now I noticed those plug oil glands or whatever it was. It had to be that because you know, I was told I had blepharitis. Had to, you know, they unplug after a while.
yes.
You gotta use the product. You gotta keep up with it. You know, just like you gotta eat every day, or you gotta take care of yourself every day. You gotta take care of your eyes, and this is the only product I know that refreshes them, conditions them, and cleans them out the right way.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. I'm going to answer some questions now. I've got some questions going on. So,
Thank you, Holly. We love you. I love you guys too, Dana and Leslie. You guys are the best.
Thank you.
Hey, Deb, I see you there.
Linda Gore says, I have photos of my eyes showing the scar from my laser surgery. Yeah, no, so anyone saying that scar tissue doesn't exist in the eye, you know, that's just suspect on its face. You know, it's just on your face, that's suspect. Super Cyan says,
somebody asked what the protocol, please.
Well, hang on, let me go through these. So okay. Super Science says that's false. I deal with keratoconus, and I once had an eye drop that directly led to scar tissue. Wow, that's insane. That's terrible. Angel Harris says, what is the medicine? So not medicine. These are natural ingredients. The eye drop, the 3070 eye drop that you saw Dana drop in her eye, that is DMSO and castor oil. So it's 30% DMSO, 70% castor oil. And the eye drop that she did before, and the one that Holly was talking about, the moisturizing, hydrating eye drop, Revitalize, that is a organic vegetable glycerin, Celtic salt saline solution, and a 2% hyaluronic acid. Tatter said, wow, Watson, what is that? Okay, so I think I just explained what that is. Tatter said, I like that, LOL. Lavender tea, what was the first drop? The first drop was the moisturizing, hydrating eye drop, and that is a combination of 2% hyaluronic acid and organic vegetable glycerin and Celtic salt saline solution. Hey, Holly, Deb says, hey, Watson, what was the first drops? All right. All right, now I'm caught up. So, Dana, what was the question that you saw?
What did I say? Can you? Let's talk about the protocol.
Okay.
Something about the protocol.
So the general protocol for the 3070 especially, excuse me, is 1 drop in each eye twice a day, morning and evening. That's it. 1 drop twice a day. Just what you saw Dana did if you were here when she did her demo. Just what she did. You just do it morning and evening. And it takes a couple of minutes and you're done and you can move on with your day. If you wear contacts, you don't want to use the drops with your contacts in, obviously. You take them out because castor oil is an oil and DMSO can actually affect the material that contacts are made from. So you want to have your eyes empty and clean, so skin clean around the eye, because you saw how Dana rubbed it all into her face. If she had makeup on or anything else on her skin, that would get deposited deeper into her body, because that's what DMSO does. It penetrates very deeply and it takes with it whatever's with it, which is why I paired castor oil with it, because castor oil is reparative in the body, and DMSO can get it very deep into the eye system and bring a lot of benefit. So Sandra Watkins, 397. Can you use this product if you have had cataract surgery? Absolutely. So if you've had any kind of surgery, you can still use all of my products. Natasha Geo, could you text it? Yeah, so where do you want it texted to? Do you want, and what do you want? So you said, could you text it? I want to know what information you want. Allie McIntosh, Arias, hello, what is DMSO? DMSO stands for dimethyl sulfoxide. And I'm going to use ChatGPT. It's just so much easier because ChatGPT is very exact. And I'll tell you guys what it says DMSO is.
And while she's looking at that, we have 77 people in the room.
Wow. Seriously? I got to see that number.
1K likes. We have 30 shares. What that means, you guys, is you're working, you're doing what you need to do to pull the people in to get this information. And I know today myself, at least 5 or 6 people that I've been inviting for a while have come in. So I just thank God for that. So just keep tapping the screen when you can, and when you think about it, keep sharing down to the bottom of the page and asking questions. You can't get a question answered if you don't ask it. There's multiple ways that you can talk to Miss Leslie. There's a phone number above her head. You can call that phone number right now. She'll pick up the phone and she'll talk to you if I can't put you up here on the panel. The panel is just where you come up and you talk to her live. You don't have to show your face or anything like that.
Nope.
Just ask the question for yourself or a loved one.
Yes. And tap, 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 tap. My goal is 40,000 likes before I get off at 11 o'clock. We got 50 minutes. So we got plenty of time to get there without a doubt. And I know you guys can help me with that particular goal. So I'm going to tell you what DMSO is. So DMSO, dimethyl sulfoxide, is a natural sulfur-containing organic compound derived from wood pulp. It is widely known for its ability to penetrate the skin and carry other substances directly into the bloodstream, making it unique among solvents. So the key properties of DMSO is it's a powerful solvent, can dissolve many substances, including oils, toxins, and medications. It's anti-inflammatory, used to reduce swelling, pain, in conditions like arthritis. It's analgesic, so it's pain relieving, blocks nerve pain, and is often applied topically for muscle and joint discomfort. It's antioxidant, neutralizes free radicals, potentially protecting against cellular damage. Penetrative ability, it can carry other compounds, both beneficial and harmful, directly into tissues, so it must be used with caution. So the medical and alternative uses, are pain relief, wound healing, inflammation reduction, eye health, heavy metal detox, and interstitial cystis, which is a bladder disease. And that's the thing. Purity matters with DMSO. So I only use 99.95% pure DMSO, pharmaceutical grade. So if you were to ever have DMSO used in or on your body in a hospital setting, they have pharmaceutical grade DMSO. I purchased the same quality of DMSO. DMSO is also made by one company in North America, in all of North America. They make all the DMSO that's available. So whenever you're buying DMSO, regardless of who the vendor name is on the package, there is one producer of DMSO, and that company is called Gaylord Labs, and they are out of Louisiana. So,
okay, we have Rev on the panel. Go ahead, Rev, unmute yourself and ask your question or give your comment, please. Thank you.
Thank you for having me my first time on. I was just passing through TikTok and I saw the highball and I was like, okay, we need to stop here.
glad to have you.
My dad has glaucoma.
Okay.
He's partially blind.
Okay.
Cannot see. Nothing at all, really.
Can I ask you how old he is?
He is 80, maybe about 84.
Okay.
85. He has cataract. He doesn't want to, I think he says he has cataract as well. He doesn't want to do the operation.
Okay. That's,
that he said it's a waste of time. So,
yes.
I have been trying to move around to see what I can get to help him because he lives alone, so he needs to be able to see.
Yes.
Person said once he got the glaucoma, he cannot see it. He cannot see again. So I'm just asking, is this possible?
It is possible.
What you have?
Yeah, it is possible. Has he had any other surgeries or anything like that on his eyes?
No.
And has he had anything like a retinal detachment or a posterior vitreous detachment?
No, because if he did, maybe I would have heard about it.
Okay, excellent. Then I would say yes, the possibility for him to regain, the effectiveness of his eyes. I don't want to say eyesight specifically. I would imagine in my experience that he will regain eyesight using these natural products. If he has the ability to be consistent, and I'm sure he does, then yeah, his eyes will be able to recover without a doubt.
And if somebody is farsighted?
So farsightedness, yeah, he'll be able to it'll be assistive in farsightedness. I'm sorry?
This is another person. This is another person.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Yes, it can be assistive in farsightedness also, without a doubt.
Okay. So how do you get the product and what's the cost?
Okay, my website is bearcatbody.com. So it's BARECATBODY.com. So do you know, let's talk about your dad first. Do you know what his, you said he's got glaucoma and some cataract going on, right? Do you know what his interocular pressure is? Okay. So I'm going to err on the side of caution and go higher than lower, just because I think if he uses one of the higher end blends, he'll get more benefit faster. So the blend that I would recommend is called 4NI. It's the number 4, ANEYE. And he would also get the moisturizing, hydrating eye drop with it. So this comes with it as a companion product. And I would recommend that he also get the 3070 blend. So the 4NI, the 3070, and the moisturizing, hydrating eye drop. The moisturizing, hydrating eye drop would have no cost to it. The 3070 is $39.50, and the 4NI is $125.
125.
Correct.
And for the, all right, so I'm just kind of writing your email down so I can.
Well, it's just the website. It's bearcatbody.com. My email is just leslie@bearcatbody.com. You can also take down my phone number because I'd be happy to talk to you more in depth so that I can get into the details of how, he's going to be benefited and what the protocol is that he would need to use to gain benefit as quick as possible. You're more than welcome. Thanks for coming up and talking. I appreciate you. Take care and have a good evening.
Yeah. Well, Ms. Rev, I did send you information on your DM. So I sent it to you already. Okay, we have Susie up in the box. Go ahead and mute
Hi,
yourself.
Susie.
Ask your question or give your comment.
Thank you so much for letting me in. Thank you for everything. I have glaucoma.
Okay.
It is 2.4. So
You said 2.4?
yeah.
So that's not a number I've heard of with glaucoma.
Maybe I forgot that number, but I have glaucoma.
Okay, so could it be 24?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Excellent. I got you.
yes. So I don't know what to do. I was trying, I'm using just eye drop, water, teardrop, something. I haven't done anything. Just when I see you, I said, oh my God, let me ask her if there's something I can do.
Yes. So, do you mind if I ask how young you are?
45.
Okay. Excellent. So I would suggest that you use the 3070 blend. Along 3070, yeah, 3070. I'm sorry, 3070, and that's going to bring down the pressure. It's also going to just get your eye in general good shape. You're also going to get the moisturizing, hydrating eye drop. You probably have a level of dry eye, which is contributory to inflammation in the eye. So if we can get that inflammation down and get the dryness down, you're immediately gonna, cease to be worried about glaucoma specifically.
Okay. So when I go to your profile, I can get your website, right?
Yeah, my website is right above my head too.
Yes.
So bearcatbody.com. It is in my bio on my profile too, so it's available there. But you can just go directly to it, and you can order the 3070 blend. You automatically get the moisturizing, hydrating eye drop. It's a companion product that comes with it. And I would recommend, because your numbers are above 21 and you want to get them down as fast as possible, I would recommend that you use 3070 3 times a day. So morning, noon, and night. And use it 3 times a day, and within a couple of weeks, you should definitely see your numbers dropping.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. I really appreciate you coming out.
Susie, I sent you the information on your DM.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you all. You don't have words.
A couple of weeks, come back with your testimony.
Exactly. I will be here.
Thank you, Susie. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Okay, let's see. Where are we? We're at 17,300. Okay, so we gotta have a.
81 people in the room, Miss Leslie.
How many?
81.
81 people. Oh my gosh.
We are going to make 100.
Thank you so much. Thank you all so much for coming and spending time with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
35 shares. We need to get those likes up, and you guys how you get your lights up. Look on the side. You see those red hearts going up? That means somebody's tapping the screen. To tap the screen, you just take your finger, tap that eye as fast as you can for about a minute, and you have done your part to help us. For TikTok to see that we got a lot of things going on in the room, they will share out her Miss Leslie's live, and people who would normally not come across her, it will show them in what's called their For You page. So just like some of you may have come across this page, I need these 80 people. How many of you is this your first time here? If this is your first time finding Miss Leslie, please put a number 1 in the comments. This will help her know how many people need to hear her story, how many people need to go to her page, look at her page. She has a lot of information on her page where she posts information, answering questions, telling her story, telling about how she got to where she's at in just a year, a little over a year and a half. So I see a couple of ones that popped up. Ooh,
A bunch of them.
Leslie.
We got a bunch of ones.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see 10. Okay, you 10 people, what I need you to do, go up to the top of your phone, your desktop, wherever you're at, tap on where it says Bear Cat Body, her picture. When you click on that, I need you to go down to the bottom next to where it says subscribe. There's a little bell. I want you to touch that bell. That's going to allow you to be able to get, every time she comes on live, you'll get a notification. Every time she does a post, you'll get a notification. I also want you to take and hit her picture again. Once you get her picture, I want you to subscribe to her page. She already has about 58,000 people who are following her already. So I want you to follow her, and then I want you to go and look at some of those posts that she's done. Do your due diligence. Get your information. Do your research. Don't just come on here and listen to what we're saying. I want you to go do your own research. It's wonderful that you can come in here and hear our testimonies and be on here with us for a couple hours, but it's so much more important to do your research yourself. Thank you.
1,000%. Thank you, Dana. Thank you for that.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to answer some questions. So Natasha Glow says, what do you use for floaters? For floaters, the 30-70 blend, 30% DMSO, 70% castor oil, that is what you want for floaters, without a doubt. It is a game changer with floaters. Deb said, they never really tell you what your IOP is unless you ask. So I want to implore everybody to ask that question. If you're at an eye doctor, an optometrist, ophthalmologist, an ocular surgeon, whoever they are, and they're talking to you about your eye pressure and potentially glaucoma and potentially surgery, you want to know what your eye pressure is every time you talk to them. They take your pressure, they either do the puff of air in the eye, or they do a drop in the eye, or they have, a specific tool that can measure the pressure in the eye. Whatever it is, you want to know what the number is so that you can keep track of what's happening with the pressure in your eye. You don't want to get to the point where you don't know your numbers, and then at some point they say you need to have surgery, and you need to have surgery right away. And there are scenarios where your eye pressure will get so high that it will affect the optic nerve, and the optic nerve will start to die off. So you definitely want to keep your pressure normalized, but asking what the number is the first best step.
Somebody asked what's for farsightedness.
So the 30-70 is good for farsightedness, but the best thing for farsightedness, the absolute best thing for farsightedness, is to use that skill in your eyes. Go outside, look far off into the distance. Find something that's like a football field away, 100 yards away, and stare at that thing. Look for the detail in it. Look at the leaves on the tree, not the tree, the leaf on the tree. Look for small things far away and practice that skill. We lose it because we are in a world of close up. We've got devices everywhere, screens everywhere. We live in a close up world. And if you live somewhere that's small, So like if you're in a New York City apartment, the reality is you don't have the opportunity unless you're outside to see off at a distance a long way away. And your eyes will lose the ability to see far off in the distance if you don't use that skill. You got to practice it. Your eyes have to be in good health also in order for that skill to be used properly. So the 30/70 is very beneficial. Sun gazing is another thing that's very beneficial for farsightedness. If you can't get outside for long periods of time, or you can't take a walk, or whatever the case may be, sit in a chair, stare at the sun. The sun's very far away. So looking at the detail of the sun, you can actually look at it with your eyes open. Early morning light, late evening light. So before 9 o'clock in the morning on the morning side, and then whenever the sun is setting on the evening side, you can stare literally at the sun. As long as there are no UVA or UVB rays in the atmosphere, you are not going to damage your eyes. If your eyes are sensitive to light, so if you have photophobia, you want to just close your eyes, close your eyelids, and then also stare at the sun, because the sun has the ability to penetrate the eyelids and affect the muscles in the eye, even with the eyes closed, with your eyelids closed. So all of those things are very beneficial for distance visioning, okay? So if you want to increase your distance visioning, use it. Use it. I remember my brother and I were having a conversation, and he was telling me he had actually had cataracts, and he was telling me, hang on a second, I'm getting a call. Just let me pick this up real quick. Hello.
Hi, Leslie. How are you?
I'm excellent. I'm on TikTok Live right now. Or do you want to have this conversation on live?
No, I'd like to talk to you.
Okay, so can I call you back when I'm off live?
Oh, sure. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Bye. Okay. Anyway.
I'm sorry, go ahead, finish.
No, but he was talking about how in native tribes around the world that they would have different warriors with different skill sets, different hunting skill sets, so on and so on, that would actually sit at the top of a hill or on the top of a mountain, and they would distance vision. They would practice distance visioning, looking far off into the distance, so that they could increase their capability with their eyesight, and that would allow them to be, more productive in their tribe for the specific skill set that they were gaining with their distance visioning. And we need to do that. We need to practice that. We need to get out of our own way, get outside, look far off into the distance. When you go to the beach, just don't do the close-up stuff. Get far off, look far off out in the distance. When you're outside, when you're hiking, biking, whatever you're doing, look as far away as possible. Don't look down, look up. So that's what I have to increase your distance vision.
Okay, next question. How do you fix cataracts?
So cataracts are a protein buildup. So what happens is the protein, as we age, the vitreous fluid actually lessens in the eye. Then the proteins in the eye actually build up. They plant themselves on the lens in the vitreous fluid. And in order to get rid of your cataracts, you need to break that protein buildup apart. Castor oil has the ability to break it apart. The DMSO has the ability to get the castor oil deep enough into the vitreous fluid so that it can break apart that protein. I had cataracts in both eyes. Right eye moderate, left eye severe, and it was quite severe. And I actually, just in the last week, have alleviated the last vestiges of the cataract in my left eye. But it took 3 months to break up the moderate cataract in my right eye, and it was gone. And I was told I needed to have surgery on both my eyes. I've had no surgery whatsoever, and I'm so glad that I made that decision. Castor oil and DMSO broke apart that protein buildup on the lens of the eye. So I have my natural lenses that I was born with in my eyeballs at the moment. And you just need to be patient with it, because some people, the cataracts are relatively new, and it's easy to break apart that protein. Once you have the protein building up as a plaque, or it's layering on top of each other, then it's going to take a little longer to break that apart. So it took a year, 13 months really, to break apart all of the cataract on my left eye. So, and I still don't have a lot of clarity in my left eye. I can see everything I need to see, but I just don't have the crispness that my right eye has. But my right eye has been cataract free for a number of months. So it's had time to build back the ability to see more clearly. The eye itself, it's like, your eye is like a camera. So the lens on the camera on my right has been cleaned and clear for an extended period of time. The camera on my left is like it had mud on it, and now the mud is getting wiped away, but the clarity still isn't there. It isn't completely clear. I'm willing to walk this process because I know it's going to take only a few more months maybe, and I will have distinct clarity in my left eye. It'll be absolutely fabulous. And doing things like sun gazing and distance visioning is going to help the eye actually build back all of those functions and features, and I'll be able to utilize those things. And I'm going to, leave here with the lenses I was born with, and that's, phenomenal. I just think it's phenomenal that there is the ability to break up that protein buildup in the eye.
Okay, we have a question about the dark circles under my eyes. What will help that?
So the big things about dark circles is the causation. So are you getting enough sleep? Are you getting enough fluid? Are you doing the basic things that you need? I have always had dark circles under my eyes, and I started using the 30/70 on my whole entire face, probably, I don't know, maybe a year ago. Because when I was, I'm playing with all of these blends, and I'm getting it all over my face everywhere. And I researched how good is, castor oil and DMSO for the skin. It's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. So I would, just bathe my face in castor oil and DMSO. The reality is my skin now is more normalized, but I still have a little bit of darkness underneath my eyes. I don't know that that's ever going to completely go away. Some of it is light-based. So I do notice when I'm in the bathroom looking at myself in the mirror, I don't see it as much. I don't see it as distinctly. When I'm on camera, if the light's to my left, I can definitely, it definitely looks like there's shadows or there's darker skin under my eyes. You have to do the thing that you're going to do. This is the thing. I remember, I'm sorry?
Before you say anything else, I want to attest to that I really noticed that your eyes were really, really dark under when I first came around in January. And I can say today that you are, at least, just looking at you right now, thinking that 50% lighter than your eyes were. That really jumped out at me, and how dark your eyes were under your eyes. Dark. And now looking at you today, I could say it's a 50% difference too much.
Well, one of the things.
I had no idea about what you were doing, but now that you told that story, I see it. I really do.
Another thing that's been key for me with my skin is I'm actually tightening my skin using my bentonite clay mask. So bentonite clay actually has the ability to balance the skin, so balance skin tone, and that's really beneficial, and it's detoxifying, so it pulls, whatever toxins are in your skin out. It's wicked beneficial, without a doubt, and it tightens, so it actually pulls everything a little bit tighter, which everybody wants to have that.
So thank you, that's another money saver.
No facelift needed without a doubt. I really notice it with my labial folds here. You know, after I do a bentonite clay mask, it just looks more like this than like this. So it's beneficial, but you have to do, and this is what I tell people: do what you will do. So lean on the thing that you know you're going to do. I do have a serum that's a 222. It's hyaluronic acid, DMSO, and polyglumatic acid. Both of those add polyglumatic and hyaluronic acid. They add moisture to the skin, and the DMSO penetrates deeply, so that penetrates deep into all the skin layers, so it takes moisture deep into the skin. It's very beneficial. But if you are somebody who, like me, when I was younger, my idea of taking care of my skin was using a cloth. That's all there was to it. Now, at 61, I really pay attention to what's beneficial to my skin. I know that hydration is beneficial. I know that detoxifying it is beneficial. So the things that I lean on are my 3070, because I use it every day in my eyes, typically, my bentonite clay mask, and the 222, the polyglumatic acid, hyaluronic acid, and DMSO. So find something that you know works for you and then stick with it. That's the other thing. Don't have shiny object syndrome and start looking at every option that's out there and available.
All right, question. My eyes can't see far. It's cloudy. Which one do I need? 42 years female.
3070.
Okay, so there's information. Is there a link to look at your products? I'll send that to you, Tiff.
Yep, go to my website, bearcatbody.com, BARECATBODY.com. Natasha Glow says, I thank God I was just passing through. Glad you're here. Happy to have you here. I go live 8:30, 7 days a week, so feel free to come on back anytime. We're at 29,000 likes. I want to get to 40,000, so we're about to hit 30,000. I'm going to cheer you guys up because I really appreciate all your efforts.
90 people in the room.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes. This dropped
Up.
86, 87, 89. Somebody says, what do you think of the JIMERITO honey for eyes?
Gemerito honey. So I actually had a conversation with a new customer, just a customer today. I had a conversation with her today. Her and her husband were using Gemerito honey, and she said that she really liked the clarity and focus that she got from Gemerito honey. The sting was serious, but the benefit was just as big as the sting was. But then the company that she was ordering it from got bought out by a Chinese company, and they actually created a formula and had a bunch of chemicals in it, and it wasn't just pure Gemerito honey anymore. So the only thing I say about it, because I've never used it, and she was the first person that I know for sure used it and had positive things to say about it, which is great. I've heard many stories on TikTok. You hear it all, whatever. Unless you can prove to me that you used it, I have no idea. Why I'm listening to what you have to say. However, the thing that she said to me backs up something I've always thought. You have to be able to be positive. The thing you're buying is the thing you intend to buy. So if you're looking at an ingredient list and you're buying Gemerito honey and it has more than one ingredient, that's not the thing you want. You want the Gemerito honey. So if you can't see from a vendor that's providing it that all it is 100% that honey. Same with Manuka honey, Meliopenini honey, anything that you're going to use that's a natural substance that's going in your eye. If you can't look at an ingredient list and know that that's the only thing in that bottle, Like my ingredient list is DMSO and castor oil. It's the only two things in that bottle. You want to make sure that you're buying the quality that you're seeking, and then you can guarantee that the benefit that you're going to get from it is 100% what it has to offer. And
Okay, someone has a lot of mucus coming out of the eye. They want to know what product you recommend.
so the moisturizing hydrating eye drop, without a doubt, and probably the 3070. Do you have any diagnosis that is telling you why you've got so much mucus coming out of the eye?
I'm going to see if I can invite them up. Where did they go?
Natasha Glow, I appreciate you too. Thank you so much for your kindness. Super Cyan.
Okay, Bon, I invited you up. Please click on the link, come up and finish asking that question. Products, I have a 14-year-old in glasses who can't see at a distance. Products.
Okay, for a 14-year-old, for juveniles, the blend that I have is a 20-80 blend. It's 20% DMSO, 80% castor oil. So that and the moisturizing hydrating eye drop will go a long way for somebody as young as 14 years old, because the eye already has the desire and the ability. The other thing I would recommend is take the glasses off. As often as possible, take the glasses off. Don't use them as much as is recommended, because that actually makes the eyes weaker, and you want to strengthen the eyes. So use an older pair of glasses. Once you start using the 20/80 drops, the eyes are just going to get stronger and in better condition. And the last thing you want to do is, have your eyes get all fit and then say, here, sit down in this wheelchair and let me wheel you around. So it'll be great. It'll be great for her at 14 to be able to move completely away from glasses at some point. I think that will happen, but go to an older pair of glasses first thing.
Shirley, go ahead and finish asking that question about the 14-year-old.
Say that again?
Shirley, I pulled her up. She's in the panel.
Oh, okay.
About the 14-year-old. Go ahead, you're on board.
Super Cyan, it hasn't completely connected yet. If this
Okay,
works...
I have been having eye pressure and pain and fluid buildup in the lids. Any suggestions?
Yeah, hang on just 1 second. If this works, I'm going to have testimony. I've been praying over this keratoconus, so I'm believing. Yeah, no, castor oil and DMSO will be very, very beneficial for keratoconus.
Okay. Shirley dropped down. Okay, I gave the information that you said. Can I use coconut water and honey in my eye?
You can. I don't know that I would. Have you researched the benefits of coconut water in the eye?
Okay, and the other one was I have been having eye pressure and pain and fluid buildup in the lid. Any suggestions?
Yeah, you've got blepharitis. That's very consistent with blepharitis, and the moisturizing hydrating eye drop and the 3070 will help that in a big way, in a big way.
And that what were your suggestions so I can tell them?
The 3070 and the Revitalize.
And then this last one was what was I gonna tell you? If this works, I'm gonna have a testimony. I've been praying over this keratoconus, so I'm believing.
Excellent.
Okay, the other one was I did that one already. Thank you, 3070 and Revitalize. All right. There was something else I was gonna say that I forgot.
There was somebody that said I have an eye pressure of 27.
Oh, 27. That's what I was looking for. That was Watson, and they had said something from before about the cataracts, and I think you asked them what was the pressure, and so they came back with 27.
Okay, So, and that's glaucoma pressure. So if you've got 27, you're embarking on 30, you need to get that pressure down, as quickly as possible. My recommendation is that you would get two products, the 4NI, it's a number 4ANEYE, and the 3070 blend. So, and you'd need to use those with one another. So you would do the 4NI, then you would do the 3070. You're going to do that twice a day, and you would do a midday drop of the 3070 on its own.
Okay,
So,
Shirley, I'm pulling you up again. Do you want to go ahead and ask your question or have a comment?
hang on a second. So this is what ChatGPT says about coconut water in the eye. So I asked benefits of coconut water in the eye. Coconut water is often praised for its hydrating and nutrient-rich properties, but its direct application to the eyes is not widely studied in mainstream medicine. However, some alternative health practitioners suggest that sterile, fresh coconut water may offer benefits for eye health due to its composition. So, and they do say sterile. One, hydration and lubrication. Coconut water is rich in electrolytes, which can help maintain moisture in the eyes, potentially offering relief for dry eye syndrome. Anti-inflammatory properties, contains compounds like cytokines that may reduce inflammation, possibly soothing red, irritated, or swollen eyes. Rich in antioxidants and nutrients, contains vitamin C, potassium, and amino acids that may support overall eye tissue health and fight oxidative stress. Mild antimicrobial effects. Some suggest it may help cleanse the eyes and reduce mild bacterial irritation, but there's no strong scientific backing for this. And it may support corneal healing. In alternative medicine, some use coconut water to aid in corneal recovery from minor irritations or abrasions, as it contains natural growth factors.
Over 100 people in the room, Leslie.
Woo! Oh my gosh. Woo! Oh my gosh, I'm thrilled to tears. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. Oh, it's so wonderful. Thank you.
I've been waiting on that. I've been praying about the 100 because we consistently stay around 30 to 40, but they did what they needed to do today.
100%.
43 shares. Hey, we're 8,000, less than 8,000 away from her making her goal in 10 minutes. We need to do a praise break right quick by tapping the screen, please. I see you tapping. I see you, Sugar. I see you, Jim. I see all of you tapping. Go ahead.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So,
okay, go ahead. Shirley, I'm going to pull you up one more time. Go ahead. We're going to try it. Hello, Leslie, and then Dana. I've been here quietly supporting, learning, and praying for all of our healing. I know you have King because I done seen you in there. Thank you for the hearts, Maria. We did it. We have done it, you guys.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I am so happy I can cry, y'all. It's a happy cry, though.
It is a happy cry. It is a happy cry.
If my friend Brenda is in here, would you please let us know in the comments so I can get you up to ask a question before we leave here? We got 10 more minutes before 11 o'clock, guys.
So Impressed Fam says castor oil in eyes, 100%. 100% castor oil in your eyes. So Truffles 603. So if you're going to use coconut water in your eyes, so here's the problem. If the coconut water, if you're using fresh coconut water, I would say that I would try that first if it was fresh out of the coconut. The other thing is sterility. You have to be concerned, anytime you're putting anything in your eye about sterility and whether there's any, microbial things that are coming along with it, which is why I think it would be great coming right out of the coconut. If you're going to get it out of a bottle or a jar, it probably has been heated to some degree to make it sterile or shelf stable, on the grocery store shelf. So just be cautious and careful, and make sure that you're paying attention to how your eyes are feeling and doing, not only the moment of, but then days after, so that you know you're not getting anything negative into your eye system, and you're not causing any kind of damage. That's the only thing I would be cautious of. Okay, we just are. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Shirley Reese 290, apparently you can't hear me.
Yeah.
Strike
just
three,
said
I guess I'm out.
telephone, but she's tried to come up many times.
Okay, yeah, something happened where we can't hear you. Shirley, if you want to ask a question, you could call me. So you can call my phone, 727-415. Oop, I can't say my number. Yep, I can't.
What causes retinal hemorrhaging?
I'm sorry?
What causes retinal hemorrhaging?
Retinal hemorrhaging.
Shirley, look up there, dial that phone number right now. She will answer and ask your question before we get off today. We got 7 more minutes. We are at 35,600 likes. We got 93 people in the room with 45 cheers. We can do this, you guys. You're almost there. Thank you so much.
Okay, a retinal hemorrhage occurs when blood vessels in the retina leak or rupture, leading to bleeding inside the eye. The retina is the light-sensitive layer at the back of the eye responsible for vision, so any damage can affect eyesight. So high blood pressure is one of the symptoms or causes of retinal hemorrhage. So hypertension, diabetes, diabetic retinopathy, a blood disorder or clotting issues. So conditions like anemia, leukemia, or oh my gosh, this is a word. Thrombocytopenia can contribute. Head or eye trauma, retinal vein occlusion. A blockage in the retinal veins can lead to fluid buildup and hemorrhage. Aging and macular degeneration. So fragile blood vessels in elderly individuals may be prone to bleeding. Severe eye strain or increased pressure. Activities like heavy lifting or extreme coughing or sneezing can, in rare cases, cause small retinal bleeds. Preeclampsia, so high blood pressure during pregnancy can affect retinal circulation, and extreme myopia can cause structural weakening of retinal blood vessels. So those are all of the causes listed on ChatGPT of a retinal hemorrhage. So I got another call coming in. Hang on. Hello,
Okay.
this is Leslie.
What's the
Hi,
best way
Leslie.
to use the Castor
I
oil in
was
the eye?
trying to ask. My question was 2-part, and you all missed the first part.
Okay, so you know I'm on live. You know I'm on live in your. Okay, I want to make sure. Okay.
Yeah, I was on live.
Okay.
I was just trying to find out about the butter for the pain, for the body pain.
Yes.
Action pain.
Yes.
I didn't know which one, and I wanted to go ahead and order that one.
Okay, the pain-free body butter.
Okay, it's called Pain Free.
Yes, it's called pain-free body butter.
Okay.
So,
all right. And you said,
go ahead.
okay, I'm good.
No,
you were saying for my granddaughter, the 14-year-old, the 2080 blend.
Yes.
And how would she use that?
So she's going to use it twice a day as an eye drop. So you're going to drop it directly into the eye twice a day, morning and evening.
Okay.
And she's also going to get the moisturizing, hydrating eye drop. So you're going to use those moisturizing, hydrating eye drops before you use the 2080.
Okay. I don't know if she has an old pair of glasses, but just encourage her to not wear her glasses as much.
Yes.
One of her big issues is in front of the phones, in front of the screen, a whole lot. So
she's always in front of the screen?
Mm-hmm.
So I would actually require her, like, be in front of the screen as much as you want, but for 5 minutes a day, you're going to sun gaze. So
Okay.
5 minutes a day, and she should sun gaze with her eyes closed because, at 14, you don't know if you're damaging your eyes. So eyes closed, there's no need for her to open her eyes. Close her eyes, sit in a chair, her face pointed toward the sun. Let the sun do its job. It'll penetrate the eyelids and it'll be effective for her to do that 5 minutes a day. And then, screen time it up, knock yourself out. But that 5 minutes is dedicated to the betterment of your eye health.
Okay. Thank you all so much.
No, you're more than welcome. I really appreciate you.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
The other question was, what's the best way to use castor oil?
So, castor oil in the eye, you need to dilute it. And it sounds weird, but you need to dilute it because castor oil is very viscous. And if you use just castor oil and you drop it in the eye, it's going to be so thick that it's going to take maybe 15 minutes for it to penetrate. So that's why it's diluted. For me, it's diluted with DMSO. Other brands have different dilution standards, whatever they are. But straight castor oil will actually potentially cause you more problems than it will do you good, because you could potentially get too much oil in your eye, and then you're over treating your eye if you're consistently doing that. But you can do it. One of the other ways to get castor oil into the eye and not have it be a challenge is to rub it on topically, rub it on liberally around the lashes, and then just blink, 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 and let that get into the eye system and let it do what it does. And that's another way to get it in and not over-treat the eye.
We're almost at 40,000, you guys. My mother-in-law lost her eyesight from diabetes. Will this bring it back?
There's always opportunity. So when you say lost her eyesight, does she see anything, shadows, anything? Because the best predictor of what's possible is if the eye is actually still active and awake, the optic nerve is still intact, and the eye has the ability to gain focus. So that would be the qualification that I'd want to use to see whether or not she could potentially gain benefit. So there's no point in spending money on products if there's just no benefit.
And what's the best way to relieve the pressure in the eye?
Okay, hang on. She says yes, still shadows and a little sight. Then yes. So if she can see shadows and she has a little sight, then it can get better without a doubt. So what's the best way to relieve pressure in the eye?
My daughter has inflammation in her eyes.
How old's your daughter?
Hey, Deb, you came up. Did you have something you want to say? I have a question. Okay, hold on.
Sure.
38, Deb said.
Okay, so and if her pressure is 20 or under, the 30-70 blend would be the right blend for her. If her pressure is 21 and up, then the 4 and I blend would be the better blend for her. And she's young, so she should have a reaction. She should react to it relatively quickly.
So Leslie, my daughter, who I spoke with you about, who lost her vision in her left eye in a car accident many years ago.
Yes.
She sees light. She sees light in that eye. So could I've gotten the moisturizing, the hydrating drop.
Yeah.
Which she absolutely does well. Could I start her on something else for that eye?
Do you have the 30-70, Deb? Don't you have the 30-70 blend?
Oh, that's fine.
You better share it. I had to share mine with my daughter.
I was going to order her some.
So hang on a second. We've hit 40,000 likes. 40,000. What?
We got 47 shares.
Dude, we are killing it tonight. It's awesome. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you so much. I really do. I really do.
Light, and she still sees light in that eye. It's light, but you know, I don't know if it would be to her advantage to use any of the drops.
I think it would be. So if she sees light, then that means that her optic nerve is still intact. Here's what I would do. I would want her to use the 40/60 and the 30/70. You already have the 30. I'm sorry?
Hold that up again.
The 40/60? Oh, let me turn it.
40/60 and what?
And the 30/70.
The 40/60. Can you set your share?
Huh?
Yeah, you can screenshot it. I don't think I got it. The 40/60.
And the 30/70.
Link it out.
I don't know why it keeps.
Yes, link it out. Okay. But I put it in the comments. You can screenshot it. Did you screenshot it? Well, you can. Go ahead and screenshot it. It won't let me because it's blinking out.
Oh, screenshot it now.
Well, it's not up there for me to.
Oh, I thought you were screenshotting the comment.
I wrote it down in the comments for you. So it's the 40/70.
No, 40/60 and 30/70.
And the revitalizing eye test. 40/60 and 30/70.
Correct.
Yes. Okay,
Correct.
it's coming in at 11 o'clock. We got another person in the panel.
All right.
So she should use both of those drops twice, one in the morning and both of them in the morning and both of them at night.
So I would want to do a protocol with her that's specific to her. And I would want her to start that way for a few days. But she would have to go on and off because the 40/60 is fairly strong. And you don't want to use that every day for, weeks at a time. So I'd want her to do a 3 days on and a 4 days off. So 3 days, she would use them back to back. And then 4 days, she would use them morning and evening. So a 30/70 in the morning, 40/60 at night. 30/70 in the morning, 40/60 at night. Do that for 4 days. And then 3 days, it would be 30/70, 40/60, 30/70, 40/60. Does that make sense?
Sort of, kind of. 3 days on and 3 days off for both of them.
3 days on, 4 days off.
3 days on, 4 days off.
Right. So for the 3 days, she would do them back to back.
Right. Okay.
And the 4 days, she would do one in the morning, one in the evening.
Okay. Gotcha.
Excellent.
What's the best method for glaucoma?
So depending on the pressure, if your pressure is 20 or below and you're trying to get it down, the 30/70 blend is a good blend. If your pressure is 21 or up, then the 4NI blend is a great blend. If your pressure is 33 or higher, the 4NI and the 40/60, you'd have to use those in combination, and that would get the pressure down to a normal state.
We have a real open panel. Could you go ahead and open your mic and ask your question or comment? What's the cost for the eye drops?
So it depends on which drop. The 20/80 is $29.50. The 30/70 is $39.50. The 40/60 is $49.50. The 4NI is $125, and the 4NI2 is $100. The moisturizing hydrating eye drop at the 1 ounce is $12, and the 2 ounce is $28.
Maria, one more time. Read yourself and hit the sorry button. We are 11:07.
Yeah, we're gonna crash out here in a minute because 11 o'clock is usually my cutoff. I'm sorry.
Floaters in the eye.
The 3070 blend is the thing for floaters. The 3070 and the moisturizing hydrating eye drops. And when you buy the 3070 or any of my eye drops, you get the moisturizing hydrating eye drop as a companion product at no additional cost. So the 3070, if you've got floaters, absolutely will be a game changer for your floaters.
Somebody just joined. What do you recommend for cataract that's forming?
So if you've got cataracts starting, then I would recommend the 3070. The 3070 blend is 30% DMSO, 70% castor oil. Can you put that up so I can screenshot that, please?
I did. I put it right to you.
Well, this is Pearl Cook 4.
I put it up.
Pearl Cook 4.
And if
So,
you know Pearl, I'll just send it to you on your email.
this is the 3070. This is the moisturizing hydrating eye drop. Turn it. Come on, thing.
Here, one more chance. If not, gonna have to come back tomorrow. Which one for diabetes shadows?
And this is 4060. For diabetic retinopathy?
This says which one for diabetes shadows?
I haven't heard of diabetes shadows. Let me chat GPT it real quick.
I'm sending all you guys who are asking for the website or how to order, I'm sending you the bearcatbody.com. Okay, we have over 105 people in the room. Any of you that are new, tap at the top screen where it says Bearcat Body, join her page. Over 58,000 people are following her right now. You can go in and look at her post at your own convenience when you have time to just go through and look at some of her information that she's giving you.
So we've got 43,000 likes. So here's what I got for diabetic shadows. Causes of shadows or dark spots in vision due to diabetes. What happens? High blood sugar damages small blood vessels in the retina, leading to bleeding, leakage, and scarring. As retinopathy progresses, floaters, blind spots, and shadowy areas can appear in the vision. And the symptoms are dark spots or floating shadows, blurred vision, or vision loss in severe cases. There's a vitreous hemorrhage, and obviously it says what happens if damaged retinal blood vessels rupture, blood can leak into the vitreous gel, causing sudden dark spots, shadows, or clouded vision. Wow, I didn't know that. Diabetic macular edema is fluid buildup in the macula, center of the retina, due to leaky blood vessels. This causes distortion, blind spots, shadows in vision. Okay, hang on.
Stigmatism is just a swelling, so that would be the. Do you want the hydrating moisturizer and 3070 or just the hydrating moisturizer?
With astigmatism, you need both the 3070 and the moisturizing eye drop.
Send that information. Is there a remedy for lazy eye? You got to work that eye. You got to cover one, let the weak eye. Go ahead, Miss Leslie.
Yeah, cover the strong eye. So you want to cover the eye that's strongest. and then let the weak eye manage the sight for a period of time. Start with 15 minutes, work your way up to an hour. There are also eye exercises that you can do to strengthen the muscles in the weaker eye. There are convergence exercises so that the eyes learn to line up with one another and the brain learns how to use the eyes together. You can also sun gaze, which is very beneficial for lazy eye.
The shadow, the diabetes shadows, is that what you're
Yeah. Hang on just a second.
Maria, I've tried and tried. You're going to probably come back tomorrow or call her on the phone. The phone number above the eye, if you call her on the telephone, then you can have a conversation with her.
So with the dark shadows from the diabetes situation, we're talking about DMSO and castor oil. Those are the two main products that I use in my drops. So DMSO is known for its deep tissue penetration, anti-inflammatory, and antioxidant effects. It helps to dissolve scar tissue along with the castor oil and could help break down microvascular damage in the eyes over time. And that's huge because what you're having is bleeding in the eye. And if you have microvascular damage, then that bleeding could be more intense because those smaller blood vessels will, break or leak.
Do you have somewhere that you have something for the exercises that you're talking about? Where can I find these exercises at?
So go to YouTube and search convergence exercises for eyes. Convergence, and you want to use that word, convergence exercises for eyes. There's a lot of content out there, and it's specific for lazy eye.
Same question again about the one sure if you answered it for the farsightedness, would love to ditch the readers. Sorry if you answered this already. What about the farsightedness?
So again, yeah, farsightedness, if you want to have better distance vision, then you need to get outside and distance vision, look further away. You need your eyes to be as healthy as possible. So the 30-70 is the blend that I recommend for this. But activity is the best thing to enhance your distance vision. Sun gazing, getting outside and looking far off into the distance, picking a particular object to stare at, giving your eyes the opportunity to learn how to distance vision again, because we live in a close-up world where we've got devices. I mean, I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4 screens in front of me within, 10 feet. So this can't be the everything that my eyes ever see. So I get outside, I sun gaze, I distance vision, and I just look at trees and I find a leaf and I stare at it for a period of time. I typically distance division for 10 or 15 minutes. I sun gaze for 5 minutes, and I sun gaze with my eyes open, but I've been sun gazing a long time, so I know exactly the protocol that I need to use. Until you get really used to it, you can sun gaze with your eyelids closed. And that's a safe way
Okay, we have
to sun gaze.
Right in the room. She wanted to know something about birthmark in the eye. Go ahead, your mic is open. Darling. Okay, thank you for the information.
Okay. To the person with the diabetic shadows and the potential bleeding in the eye. So DMSO is beneficial to blood flow. It actually helps the blood vessels in our bodies, period, much less in our eyes. And obviously the blood vessels in the eye are very important, and some of them are very small, which is why we talk about microvascular veins. So the DMSO and castor oil, I think, would be a game changer to get the health of your eye back in shape, but also to clear the debris of any bleeding happening in the eye, to clear that debris out of the vitreous fluid, because what I'm understanding and what I believe is happening is that bleeding is happening into the vitreous fluid, which is why you're seeing those shadows. They are floaters that are made of blood. You've got to get that out of the eye, and the best way to do that is with castor oil.
Oh, wow, they want to keep you getting so back to
I know. They're
What do doctors do for people with low vision to enhance vision, or do they help you accept the low vision?
doctors.
What do doctors do for people with low vision to enhance vision, or do they help you accept the low vision?
Yeah, the only thing they can do is glasses or contact lenses. So that's their protocol. If they can do a surgery to enhance the vision, then they'll suggest that without a doubt. I know there are many medications that they attempt. Other than that, they are connected to services for the blind or the people that have limited sight. So there are now glasses that are very beneficial for people that have limited sight, that you can use for reading and things like that are fantastic. Those are fantastic things. But for me, I would recommend seeing what you can do with your natural eyes, how much benefit you can get back from using your natural eyes, and then go from there.
Somebody keeps getting styes in their eye. Also, active slide. What about MEBOBIN?
Meibomian's dysfunction. So my 3070 blend will actually help with your meibomian. I don't know why that word is tricky for me tonight. Meibomian gland dysfunction. It will actually, castor oil will actually clear the debris in the glands and clear that out so that you have more normalized flow, and the glands can actually create the oil that the tears need to hydrate the eyes.
What did you suggest for them?
The 3070 blend.
You got Mike up in your thing, and you got another person sitting up in the panel. TRHODI. You want to say something?
On mine,
Mike, you left. Mike, they left. Okay.
Okay.
Up, but you're not saying it. I'm trying to help you, Darlene. Darlene, evidently you can't speak, so you're going to call her on the phone. I've tried to bring you up about 4 times.
Okay. How often do I use the DMSO 3070 for cataracts? Twice daily, twice a day, morning and evening. 1 drop each time. 1 drop in the eye, twice a day.
And that's it. You want to go ahead and close out again?
Yes.
Darlene, you there? Okay, go ahead and make that phone call because we're going to close out. It's 11:20.
Is it really? Oh my gosh, it is.
Castor oil and lupus scars, body pains from the inflammation.
Say this again.
Okay. Are there any benefits with castor oil and lupus scars, body pains from the inflammation?
No, yeah, 100%. 100%. Castor oil breaks up scar tissue, and castor oil and DMSO together are anti-inflammatory, so they deal with pain very well. I have customers that utilize my 50-50 blend that have fibromyalgia. So people with autoimmune issues and pain, 50-50 DMSO and castor oil is very beneficial. Allie McIntosh, Arias, can we use for cataracts in pets, dogs? Yes, absolutely. So if you've got a pet, a dog that has cataracts and you want to deal with the cataracts, the 3070 blend is great for dogs under 50 pounds. The 50-50 blend is better for dogs over 50 pounds. So that's very beneficial for cataracts in dogs.
I'm going can tell this person what I'm using to help me. Hopefully it'll help them.
So what is the best natural remedy to treat the eyes to reverse wearing glasses? The 30/70 blend is the best place to start. I had cataracts as well as glasses. I was wearing 5X readers. I had prescription glasses, astigmatism in both eyes, and all of that got resolved using castor oil and DMSO in various measurements. But I recommend that everybody start with the 30/70 and see how far you get. Miss Dana, who's on the call with me, she's moderating. She is the best moderator in the Southland. It's been like 8 weeks, and she's contact free, glasses free. She wears her glasses now for accessories on her face. She's doesn't need them to actually see or drive or anything like that. So it's phenomenal, and the 30/70 blend can be a game changer for you. All right, so we've got a break. Where do I get it? Oh, no 111. You get it on my website at bearcatbody.com, BARECATBODY.com.
Did you need something before I drop you?
I think they just came up on the phone.
Slims, are you there?
Sorry, I have a birthmark in my eye. The eye doctor is always looking deep in the eye. My apologies, I just joined the panel. Can you tell me what 30/70 is?
The 30/70 blend is 30% DMSO, dimethyl sulfoxide, and the 70 is castor oil. So it's 70% castor oil, 30% DMSO. And again, you get it on my website at bearcatbody.com. I really appreciate you guys. I would love to talk to you, Darlene Wright. I would love to talk to you. We have the same last name. I'd love to talk to you specifically about the birthmark in the eye. Take down my phone number if you want to call me or come back tomorrow. Please, I will be on again tomorrow night starting at 8:30. I appreciate you guys getting me so far in the likes, like unbelievable 46,500 likes. That's just huge. And we still have 107 people in the room. I am thrilled to tears, you guys, beyond my wildest belief. Beyond my wildest belief. I got to give you cheers. I appreciate you all so much. Thanks for hanging out and taking the time to hang out. Do we have somebody up on the panel real quick?
Yeah. Nikki, I think it's Nikki G78.
Yeah, Nikki G78. Can you hear me?
Somebody says, can I use it if I've had cataract removal?
Yes, absolutely you can. Absolutely you can.
Come back tomorrow after 8:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
She'll be here tomorrow and Thursday. She will not be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So come back tomorrow and Thursday, and then we'll resume again next week on Monday.
Yeah, I don't know. With these kind of numbers, I might have to be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at some point. I just might have to stay up all night. I don't know. Yeah, I actually thought about that I might go live in the middle of the afternoon and see how that works.
Okay, let me know what you do.
Okay, I absolutely will.
What about to break the internet? Y'all about to break the internet. Y'all doing this.
100%. This is on y'all, and I appreciate every second of it. Every second of it.
All right.
All right.
I knew we'd get to 100. I knew it. Just like I knew some other stuff, but let's go. We have 46,800, which is 40.
We're at 46.9. 46.9. Hang on, there's somebody calling. Hello, this is Leslie.
I had to call you.
I'm on live, okay?
You still on live? Okay. What's a good time to call you?
Well, I'm about to get off, so if you give me 5 minutes, I'll call you back.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Okay. All right. 47.5. What are we doing? We're gonna head out.
Okay. We just keep where we can go, but we're gonna head out.
We're gonna head out tomorrow night. Let's get to 50,000. I'll just set that intention in the beginning, and we'll just work on that number until we hit it.
5 shares today.
Is that insane? That is unbelievable. It's fantastic. What's the right word? It's exceptional. It's exceptional and phenomenal.
Extraordinary.
Yes, exactly. It is extraordinary. I love you guys. Thanks so much for all the questions and all the comments. I really appreciate you. Thank you for the sale. I just got another sale. Dana, thank you so much for all of your efforts, because tonight was like a run. This was like playing pickleball.
I was getting hit from the left, from the right, from the front, from the back.
Exactly.
Everybody's interested at one time. I was like, oh my God, but we did it. And I just want all 98 people of you who are not subscribed to her channel, tap up to the top where her name is, click on there and join her page and go through it and just take time and look at some of the posts. You will be very intrigued, very impressed.
Yes.
And you'll learn a lot. And just come back.
Please come back. I'll be back.
There ain't nothing you can do about it.
100%. Back tomorrow at 8:30. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate you. Have a fantastic evening and have the best eyesight you can have. Bye-bye. Ah! Oh my gosh. And I almost didn't go on.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm great. Darlene?
Yes.
Okay.
Darlene.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm right from North Carolina.
Okay, excellent.
And where are you located?
I'm in Florida.
In Florida? Oh, okay.
Yeah, just south of you.
Okay, I have a big family here in the South. But my parents migrated to the North.
Oh, okay.
But we're originally from the South. Like, my parents are from the South.
Excellent. My mother was born in South Carolina.
South Carolina? Oh,
yes.
Okay, all right. You might have some family, big plantation.
100%. Yeah. Nope.
Trying to keep it real.
Yeah, no, all my mom's people are like they're plantation pros without a doubt.
Yes. So this is what's happening. So my eyesight is I have a birthmark. And so
yes.
The birthmark is on the eyeball.
On your eyeball.
On the eyeball. The birthmark is on my eyeball as well. So every year I go to the eye doctor, they always dissect my eye. They bring all these other doctors to have to ultrasound anything like this before. This is amazing. They're like, okay, yeah, you come on in. They've been doing it since I was a little girl.
Oh my gosh, why do they do that to you? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, just because they said they don't know how in the world could a birthmark get on top of the eyeball.
Well, birthmarks are just melanin.
Yes. And so I was like, oh, I said, well, I've always had it. But so what happened was, so I somehow contracted breast cancer, but I wasn't aware that it was in the family.
Oh, okay.
Because it was in the family, but it was on my dad's side.
And okay.
Not my mother's side. And my aunt had it. And I found the way I found out that she had it is because her daughter got it. And then her daughter was talking to us about it. My sister and I, because she's kind of really close to us. And she was talking to us about it. And I was like, well, wow, this is where it came from. Because I didn't know. I thought there was no history of it. But my aunt said there was no history of it, but we don't know whether it was a history of it or not because